he did.
Asmongold denies Hasan's. Wait, I went on the timeline. First thing I see is Hamas University, which I think is a really funny type of merch. And then this.
That's it. And so anyway, and let's call you. I'm not going to talk. Like, why would I talk to Hasan so he can lie and make up a bunch of bullshit? Like he.
What would I lie and make up a bunch of bullshit about Asmongold? By the way, like this is. I like that this is his calling card now, which, by the way, every single person that loves debate will also absolutely champion this and be like, no, it's not because he's scared, but because he's actually based and you're a liar. Because for a lot of these people, like even their most favorite thing being debate, being denied to them is still okay as long as they can use that as a cudgel, as they can use it as a sword. To wield against me.
He did with Ethan. I'm not going to talk to Hasan. I'm not going to go and...
Did he actually say I lied a bunch when he was reacting to my Ethan shit? Asman also watched a slop tuber saying that the famine in Yemen was caused by the Houthis and not the Saudis. Oh my God. Oh.
Be like, okay, let's explain what it is. I'm watching the clip. I'm not going to explain this. I'm not going to have somebody lie to me. I have no interest and not even a slight desire to have any conversation about it whatsoever.
Yeah, he would destroy me, and I'm scared. I'm scared of his intellectual prowess. I'm actually very excited that I'm very excited that he won't take up my offer of besting me in the marketplace of ideas. And it's certainly not because he has basically carved himself a nice little niche as the top political content creator, and if he were to actually try to have a conversation, a contentious conversation with someone who knows not that much, but just like definitely more than him, he would look like a silly man. And in a way where his audience would recognize it and would not appreciate it. For the record, there has never, ever, ever been a moment where I have been, especially when I'm directly talking to Asmongold. You could say I've been uncharitable when not talking to Asmongold, but about Asmongold. But when talking directly to Asmongold, I have always maintained charity, reacting to the charity that he has given me and my positions in the past. I didn't even call for his ban when he said the Palestinian shit, like they're inferior culture. I never called for his ban, even though his community unironically was like, oh, he wants them to get banned. He caused them to get banned. You're giving charity to someone who wants your Twitch career to die? I mean, I don't care. Yeah, I know. It's not, join the line, you know?
You are expressing material support for a terrorist organization. You do so on a daily basis.
Whoa!
And that's it. It's literally that simple. It's obvious.
Based. I'm expressing material support for a terrorist organization. Yeah. I'm arming and funding. I'm arming and funding the Houthis, as you guys know. That's right. Every time you guys subscribe to me, where do you think that money's going, dude? You think that's money? Do you think that money's going to the Mansion Fund? No, it's going to the Arm the Houthis Fund, or it's going to the Arm Hamas Fund. Little does Asmongold know, I am actually funding and offering material support to terrorism. I'm an American taxpayer. What the f do you think our tax dollars go to? You know, that's actually kind of a banger. I'm going to probably repost this Keemstar Drama Alert tweet with that commentary on it. You know? So which is it though? Am I the one funding Hamas, or is Hamas funding me? Because that also is like, what? This is the funniest response to this, by the way. Okay. In a 2022 stream, Asmongold said he never used add-ons for World of Warcraft raiding, but a clip from his own stream showed him using DBM, Deadly Boss Mods, during a raid, directly contradicting his claim. Look who's talking about lying. Got him, dude. Got him. You fund Hamas, Qatar funds you, get it straight. Okay, so Qatar funds me alongside George Soros. And then what ends up happening is I take those funds from George Soros and Qatar. George Soros is also secretly Qatari. And then I take those funds and I give it to Hamas. Is that how this works? Both. You are in a co-op with Hamas. Yeah, every gift sub. Thank you, Decoy166. And nice smelling wood, thank you for the 25 gifted. Monique 777, thank you for the 10 gifted for for increasing the funds that I will inevitably give to terror cells around the planet. That's right. Wait, what?
You know what I said?
Last week, Asmongold, when Asmongold shows more humanity than leftists, this person posted 28,000 likes. Last week, Asmongold suggested Ethan Klein should stop having Tourette's on camera because it made him look bad.
Like the live streaming.
If you want to understand the disingenuous nature of all of these charlatans and grifters, look no further than, I don't know, what they've... New York Times posted your story on their IG. Dude, New York Times is so funny. They're trying to get me killed.
Like him live streaming with like those ticks and stuff like that. I think it does delegitimize him and it makes him look unhinged because people don't understand like what Tourette's is. Like, for example, if you go back and you watch a lot of my old videos, I used to cover my mouth a lot whenever I would smile because I was missing all my teeth here, right? And so I didn't want people to see that because I thought it would look bad. So in often cases, there are things that you probably just shouldn't display to your audience, or you should try to avoid displaying to your audience, even though there are parts.
Bro, this is him trying to demonstrate empathy. That's crazy. Dude, this is such a... Dude, this is such a crazy way to try and demonstrate empathy with a person who has like Tourette's and has uncontrollable tics by being like, yeah, you should just like try to stop that, actually. Yeah, I think that's how that works, man. You just go, I'm trying really hard. Like, how the is he supposed to turn off his Tourette's, dude? What the like, there are... It's not like hygiene, dude. You can't just like brush your Tourette's away, you know, like you'd brush your teeth.
Part of your identity, because it could lead people to have conclusions about you or draw those.
No, he straight up said he was a bad person. Stolen valor. It wasn't me displaying humanity. It was my mods.
Conclusions that are not charitable. And I know it might sound like a heartless thing to say, but I'm a pragmatic person and I'm just being honest, and I'm trying to look out for what I think is in somebody's best interest.
What an insane... Yeah, thank you for looking out for Ethan's best interest by saying, just shut your ticks off, dude.
And sometimes that means telling them something they might not want to hear.
It's not something that he might not want to hear because it's like a cold, hard truth, man. I'm sure a person with Tourette's for 40 years of his life is very aware, especially considering he spent the last 2 decades in front of a camera on how people read into it. What the... Yeah, he knows, dude. I mean, I know he knows. You know, that's crazy. What an insane thing to say. Jesus Christ. The NYT posted it on their feed. Please. Oh, no. This is going to get brigaded into oblivion, dude. Oh, I can't wait. You still have time to delete this headline. Love Hasan, but this is how you introduce him? Oh, never mind. Hasan's a legend. Very handsome legend. Now that we've shown this, by the way, I know hella people are going to go in there and write awful shit. So if you're watching, you know, go show the New York Times some love, at least for this article, please. And that's not brigading, by the way. I'm in the article. If you don't like me and you direct your audience to go and write mean shit under that article, that's brigading. Do you understand? It's not brigading when you're like, oh, you know, positive article, go show it some love. I'm in it. Okay? I hope that this message is clear to all that can hear it. It's not for any particular person that I hope hears it, or a group of people. It's not brigading when you're, I don't know, appearing on a piece of media, whether it be a New York Times article or a podcast, let's say. It's brigading when you have nothing to do with it and you shamelessly direct your audience to go write ruthless shit underneath it because you don't like the person. Anyway, oh, I didn't even get to the Asmongold tweet that I was going to get to. Yeah, Asmongold was also trying to get me banned. I said, free speech defenders when you say anything that isn't a slur.
Check Hasan's stream title. He's so happy.
Also, what about this implies happy? Like, what the I say Houthis show the limit of Iron Dome. Like, that is literally that is a condensed news title on my Twitch stream, which was like, this is literally just like a condensed news title of this, okay? The CNN celebrating it, dude. CNN celebrating it. You're a loser. You support terroristic groups. You're nothing but a loser. Keep crying, dude. This is kind of insane. What is this? I've seen this so many times. All right, let's see. So he sees this article headline that is like literally the condensed version of this, okay? Showing the limits of U.S. efforts to weaken the group. But in any case, let's take a look at what Asmongold said when he read this.
What is it? Houthis show the limit of the Iron Dome. I'm going to be honest. I've been pretty reasonable about this for a long time.
That's my limit. All right. I've been pretty reasonable. I'm going to be honest. But this is actually a bridge too far, dude. I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. Meanwhile, every day, this reasonable guy goes live and is saying he wants to do Pokemon Ash Ketchum-All style extraction operation, kidnapping operations alongside the Department of Homeland Security with Tom Homan. My stream title is Material Support.
I think they should ban him. I do. This is expressing material support for a terrorist group that is
Oh man. Maybe it's because he's taking this position because he had a brilliant foreign policy analysis. And in that brilliant foreign policy analysis against like what America should do to the Houthis, he was like, yeah, just bomb them and back to the Stone Age based. Bomb them back to the Stone Age, dude. What the do you think material support means, man? What does expressing material support mean? Please explain. Material support is unironically the language that he learned from the Trump administration. Material support means sending arms or money or some kind of like direct munitions, something like that, to a terror organization. He learned about it when he most likely learned about it when he saw the Mahmoud Khalil arrest, because the State Department erroneously claimed that Mahmoud Khalil was offering material support to terror groups. He wasn't, and that is like at the heart of the point of contention. But yeah, Central Committee is right. Money, training, weapons, transportation, or any tangible or intangible property. And of course, that's not something that I have the capability of doing. That's not, it's just not something that I can do. It's impossible for me to do. And if I were to actually do it, I would have been in prison by now. Okay. What Asmongold is trying to do is repeat what the administration erroneously claimed about Mahmoud Khalil, which is kind of at the heart of his false detainment, his false detention and possible deportation proceedings. Because you can't just do material support through even coming out and being like, the Houthis are actually on the right side of this conflict as they stand against Israel's genocide. Like that's not material support. That's ISIS charity stream would be bannable. No, even a Hamas charity stream, a Hamas fundraiser is not only bannable, but it's also, well, one, it's impossible. Okay. One, it's impossible. Two, it's bannable. And three, you're banned by the federal government at that point. That's not a thing you can do. So it does not mean expressing a lot of support. I am shocked, I tell you. Yeah, no. You could literally say you love Hamas every day, up and down, okay? You probably would get banned if you were to say something like that. Most likely, it would be ridiculous. By my estimation, it would be ridiculous unless it was like, unless you were saying something insane, like you were like, oh yeah, October 7th was awesome or some shit like that, then yeah, that is a perfectly valid, justifiable ban. Probably a justifiable ban if you said that in terms of like, Hamas's militancy or anything along those lines. But in terms of like what the Houthis are doing, describing their militancy in the Red Sea as a matter of international law is not even express support for the Houthis in a way where it's like a bannable offense. It's like saying I love Cuba. Okay, Cuba is technically a state sponsor of terror. If I say I love Cuba, which by the way I'm unironically about to go to Cuba to begin with, if I were to say I love Cuba and I think like the Cuban medical program is great, and then Twitch banned me for that, that would be insane. And it's the same thing for Yemen. Sounds like you are scared you are about to be banned. Brother, being banned from Twitch is the least of my worries in this day and age, I think. Are you sure that's the smartest idea right now? Potentially. What is this? Wait, what? Why did you assume this was about you, buddy? Is this because you know you're pushing terrorist propaganda, which is against TOS? Wait, where did I say this was about me? What? Where does it say that? No, I'm just saying it'd be awesome if you left Twitch. Does he not understand words? Like what? I didn't say this is about me. I'm just saying it'd be awesome if you left Twitch. I was like, oh no, what will anyone do if the bald pervert leaves the Twitch platform for good? If anything, I'm not even directly saying it's Tectone. I said bald pervert. Maybe it's someone else. Check the replies. He did mention you under that post. He did. I mean, I don't really give a shit. Okay, you tagged him though? No, I didn't. I mean, obviously I'm mentioning him, and obviously he's mentioning me. I'm just memeing. Tectone literally links a video of Hasan right below the tweet. You're such a pussy liar. What the great video covering all the bullshit. It's worse than you think. Subscribe if you got a sec. Appreciate y'all. The Hasan situation is actually way worse. Free speech warriors, when they see something, yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry that I'm sorry that I think Lolly is gross. I know. I know that hurts your feelings. Didn't Tectone do some sexual assault or something? I think so, yeah. I haven't really kept up. Dudes are siding with Tectone. Let them, bro. That's, you know, if you want to go down that route, it's not gonna be good for you, you know?
Targeting civilians and has killed people. I have been very reasonable about this for a very long period of time, but we have crossed into the threshold of...
Someone should ask Asmongold if supporting the state of Israel on Twitch is a bannable offense. You know, if that's his line, killing civilians, and you know, if that's what he considers to be a moral line in the sand.
In plain English, supporting...
Oh wait, sorry. He thinks they're an inferior culture. He thinks Palestinians are an inferior culture, so they deserve to be genocided. That's what he said. So I don't think he I don't think he cares. That's right.
A terrorist organization that is actively attacking civilians. This is totally unreasonable. There's no justification for this. There's no way that this is okay.
Okay, I didn't listen to this full clip beforehand. If I did, I wouldn't have said free speech defenders when you say anything that isn't a slur. Because holy dude. What is this? I need to prove that Asmongold's being paid to say this shit. I am once again asking you to do this. What? I don't think Asmongold's being paid to say this shit. I don't think Asmongold cares about the money. If Asmongold was getting 20K live viewers saying this shit, he would stop saying it tomorrow. Trust me. I know. I know what he cares about, and I know it is not money. He already has an endless amount of it. Okay? If he was getting 10,000 views per video instead of 1 million when he was saying this shit, he would have stopped a long time ago. Okay? He doesn't give a about the money. He doesn't even spend all of his money. He doesn't spend any of his money. Look at him. doesn't even purchase soap. You think he has a lot of expenses?
On video. I think that if Twitch doesn't do something about it, Amazon needs to find out that this is happening.
Dude, dude, oh my God, he's actively talking about calling out Amazon. You are such a bitch, dude. You are such a bitch. Oh my God. Imagine trying to go up the rank and be like, Amazon, please, this guy is covering geopolitical conflict. What about you? What the fuck are you doing every goddamn day? Is there a day? The Mr. R-word sayer who has famously been like, yeah, genocide is actually awesome, is a more marketable figure for Amazon. Oh.
This is a crazy, crazy level of extremism that should not be anywhere on the platform. And again,
the New York Times profile made so many butts hurt hard. Yeah.
If Twitch wants to say that they care about free speech and they're going to let them say that, that's fine. But I want to be able to do a number of other things too myself.
Oh, like what? Like what, dude? Like what? What do you want to do? He defended the AFD today. Yeah, the German government's about to make them a far-right terror organization. We shouldn't be getting our nose from the German government, even though that is a good thing that they're doing that to the AFD. But, you know, I would have been in prison in Germany a long time ago. Thank God. After this, he defended the AFD in his chat were saying Ausländer raus, alluding to great replacement, etc. I mean, Ausländer raus is great replacement. It's just Nazi shit.
But if we have a
Burgles, thank you for the 100 community gifted subs.
Rule set, and the rule set says you can't do this, then
bro, what can't you say? Like, what more do you want to say? I almost want to hear what Twitch would let him get it. Like, I almost want to hear what he wants to say. What are those things that you want to say? Like, you already say everything. Just the N-word with a hard R, is that what it is? He's going to get banned. He's going to do a fundraiser like the lady.
Is it a rule set or not?
I need to know. I need to know what he wants to say. Oh my God, oh my God, this is tweaking my brain. He already says heinous shit on a daily basis. I don't know. I truly thought he had already maxed out on, you know, saying heinous stuff. Also, here's Asmongold talking about attacking civilians.
Oh boy. It's like, imagine you're in this canoe and you see this video, you're like, oh.
Like, what kind of militant would be in a canoe?
Ah, shit. Man. Oh, come on, dude. Yeah, I'm cooked. I'm going home, man.
Maybe that's why he's mad, because he was like really banking on Trump's endless bombing campaigns actually being an active deterrent. He's talking shit right now. He's saying you're afraid of your community, so you can't concede any ground on. So you say wild shit. Dude, I yell at my community more than he does. He's so bitch made. He literally can't even stream on his main channel because he was afraid of criticism. What the f are you talking about? I literally say everything with my whole goddamn chest. The idea that I'm afraid of my audience, the way that I'm audience captured, this meta is so clear cut a form of projection that is insane to me, because it's literally only commentators, only other people that engage in commentary, political commentary, actually say this all the time. And the reason why they say this is because they actually fear their audience. They might be, to a certain degree, audience captured. Because what do you mean? I yell at the dinguses of my audience on a daily fucking basis. How many goddamn clip compilations are out there of me freaking out on some chatter that's like being too woke? The entire purpose of woke of the day is when people speak out of turn and say some dumb bullshit, presenting themselves as the moral authority of being the leftier than thou asshole that everybody hates being around. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? It's so funny people say that. And also, you're so scared that you're going to talk to someone who knows maybe a little bit more than you about the issues that you speak on, that ultimately you're going to look like a fool in front of your audience. They're going to dunk on you, so you don't even want to do that. Asmongold is terrified of saying something his chat in general doesn't agree. Yeah.
Yeah, bomb you, man. Yeah.
Are the airstrikes?
Anyway, half of Hasanabi Hope Corps do yelling at a chatter like this. Exactly. Technology is a hoax science anyways. They don't know shit. You're a baboon, dude. Not even a baboon, because I feel like even a baboon would be like, there's disease, I think, here. I should move away. You, on the other hand, are rushing towards the disease. What do you know? You're a Twitch commenter, dude. What are you talking about? What happened to the universe, dude? All technological advancements, academia, the field of research, scientific discovery, cast it aside. Throw it away. Look alive, gentlemen. There's an American here. People just straight up, they go, excuse me, thousands of years of research, ain't never seen a guy like me before. All of the experts are stupid. You're not even literate. Shut the up. Americans unironically think they know better than like people who have poured their entire lives into this shit. So much of the shit that you take for granted is unironically experts working tirelessly behind fucking closed doors so you don't get trichinosis from the meat that you're consuming, but you just take it all for granted. You know nothing. Like, I don't know what a germ is because I can't see it. Do you ever even remember where you scream? Yes, but sometimes I just lock in. A random streamer I watched on GTRP randomly brought you up today and you said you just say whatever chat tells you. People are delusional. Yeah, I love that shit, dude. I love that shit. It's like, it's so stupid. Which is it? Am I a grifter? Listen, am I a goddamn grifter who is audience captured, or am I a radicalizing force that is causing Americans to take these like incredibly dangerous positions that were not previously popular? Because it can't be both. Which is it? They say both. They're like, Hasan is very dangerous because he's actually actively radicalizing people to positions that they didn't have, which implies that I'm not audience captured in that regard. What the fuck does that mean? If I was audience captured, I wouldn't be radicalizing them into positions that they didn't have previously. How does that work? Like, my perspective is not exactly commonplace in the United States of America. You don't get to hear a lot of people in the United States of America go, yeah, I think what America's doing, its output in terms of its foreign policy is like really, really evil for the most part. You know? It's just so, it's so stupid. And what's even stupider is that if you have ever paid attention to anything I've said, if I have, if you've ever paid attention to anything I've said over the course of the past decade, you realize like when I didn't have an audience, I was saying the same shit. So what happened? I forget that I'm wearing an apolitical centrism hat. So a lot of people are probably going, what's this apolitical centrist freaking out about? His positions are commonplace. Common sense is not so common. Anyway. Imagine complaining about America, but then claiming you'd be arrested in other countries. What a hypocrite loser. Just move out of America if you were so bad. Hey, dumbass, I don't think you've heard me. I'm actually complaining that I might get arrested in the United States of America now. And there are people who are trying to do that to me right now. Wake the fuck up, dumbass. We're all going to jail if we're not saying Am Israel Chai hard enough. Okay, good, you should. Okay, man. Well, despite the fact that you're an absolute baboon, I will still advocate for your best interests, okay? You might not understand it yet, and you might actually never understand it, considering how... never mind. Yes. Calling for the death of innocent people is actually insane. When have I done that? What are you talking about? I've never done... You are hallucinating. You are hallucinating this. I cannot entertain your hallucinations. I can't... I'm sorry. You know, it's just, that's a you thing. You've made it up. Okay? You've made it up in your mind. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you saying? Innocent boat drivers were killed or imprisoned by terrorists? Oh my God. Dude, take this up with Israel, please. I beg you. Okay? Take this up with Israel. You think it's up that innocent civilians are being killed? Well, I feel like there's a much larger problem here, don't you think? Man, Motherfuckers said boat drivers, dude. It goes to show the mental state of Asmongold heads, dude. Holy Hasan Reactions, one of the best ones in the React channel.